So now the next topic is functions. So what is a function in Python? Function is a block of code which runs when it is called. So why we use functions? Because we can use the code multiple times. So if you want to reuse the code, you can use functions. So let's see an example. So we are saying that we are having, so the keyword is def. So here is the keyword that is def to define a function. So we are defining a function func and we are passing and two integers. So these are parameters of a function. So we are passing here two variables a and b. So they will be integer type. So we are saying that sum s equal to a plus b. So the sum of these two numbers will be a plus b, and then it will return. So a function returns something. So it will return s. So here we are having a function that will return sum of two numbers. So let's say we are calling this function func. So you can call a function by function name, and we need to pass here two parameters. So so we are having two parameters a and b, and they will be integer type. So here we are passing 12 and 12. So the outputs will be 24, but we are returning s, not printing. So here we need to use print statement to print the return sum. So we are having 24. If we do not use print here, it will just return but do not print anything. So here we are using print statement. So if we use uh, print here, then we don't need to use print here. So here we are having the same output. So let's see, you can pass data known as parameter. So we are having parameter in this example. We are having country, that is a parameter. So a function can return data as a result. So we have discussed example that in that we are returning sum of two numbers. Here we are returning sum of two numbers. So a function can return data. So the next thing is, a function definition cannot be empty. But if you are for some reason have a function definition with no content, put in the past. So if you do not want to do with this function, and so the function cannot be empty. So we need to write pass if you are not doing something with this function. So you can define an empty function like this. So let's discuss the next slide, that is we are having parameters and arguments. So what is parameters and arguments? So let's understand this with example. So here we are having a function, and in the function func, we are passing two parameters, that is a and b. So these are the parameters. So parameters are passed in the parenthesis after the function name, and we are saying we need to print a plus, we are saying that s is the sum of a plus b, and the function is returning s. So here we are calling the function func. So in this time, when we are calling the function, we are passing the arguments. So here this is the arguments. 12 and 13 are arguments because we are calling this function, and uh, the value of a and b will be 12 and 30. So these are the arguments. So let's see arbitrary arguments. So if you do not know that how can be how much parameters are passed, so how many parameters are passed, so we can have 1 2 3 4 5 any number of parameters here. So if you do not know how many arguments are passed, how many parameters are passed in the function, you can use arbitrary arguments. So we will we will do a loop. So we are using a loop, for loop in these arguments. So we will say for I in arguments. So we can use sum plus equals to arguments, and we need to say s equals to 0 and return. Let's see what will be the output. Func 1 2 3 4 5. So here we are passing five arguments. So here it is saying unsupported operand integer and tuple. So we will call for loop here for I in arguments, and we will say s plus equals to I. So this will run, and here we are having output 15. So we are having a tuple that is one, that contains 1 2 3 4 5 numbers. So this is how we can work with our arbitrary arguments. Let's see another example. Let's see, we want to print all the arguments passed. So if we say func, and we are saying func apple, banana, and mango. So let's see what will be the output. So here we are having the output apple, banana, and mango. So if you don't know how many arguments, or how many arguments will be passed in the function, you can use arbitrary argument, that is star args. So let's see the next. The second one is keyword arguments. So what is a keyword argument? So if we are using an argument, like we are saying country, this is our parameter country, and we want to print co. So this is country, and we are printing country. So now we are calling this function func, and we are saying country equal to India. So it will print country India. So we are saying country and city, and we are saying uh, district. So we don't know about the indexing of these function parameters. For now, we are assuming that we don't know about how the function parameters are passed in the function. So we are saying that, let's assume we are saying that we are passing Jaipur in the first place. Uh, we are saying Rajasthan in the second place, and the third one is we are passing India. So the output will be, we need to print uh, state as city, and print district as dist. So let's see what will be the output. So here it is saying country Jaipur, state Rajasthan, and district is India. But we want to print country India, state Rajasthan, and district dist. But here we are having uh, function func, in that we are passing Jaipur at first location and we are having country at first location. So it will be country. So but if you don't know what is the country, so if you know what is country but you don't know about the location of the parameters in the function, so you can use keyword arguments. So here we are saying Jaipur is a city, Jaipur is a district. So here we are using district for Jaipur and city for Rajasthan, and we are saying country is India. So say district. So now if we print this, now we are having country India, state Rajasthan, and district Jaipur. So this is how we can use keyword argument.